the grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
How that time's going. Probably that's going to be it.
That's gonna be, they think natural gas.
Well, they said they fueled it, but they don't know what the cause.
Yeah.
Building 2, that's where the boiler was, so. The boiler erupted, of course, is natural gas.
Yeah.
Call our meeting to order. We pledge allegiance to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. While standing, I'd take a moment for our thoughts and prayers for our departed mayor, Mary Kinsey. May he win re-election wherever he's at. Be done with that. Roll call. Robert May's here. Michael Fritz is here. Greg is not here today. Allison's here. Susan's here. Dave Edgar's here. Steve Donald's here. Ty is here. The Reverend is here. Warren's here. Joe's here. Derek Roadmaster is here. For you have the council meetings motion to approve from April 13th, 2023. Are there any clarifications, additions, corrections? Can the minutes be accepted as presented?
Accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second it, but I'll just add one comment. Last time I talked about the clearing of the trail in the woods, and I saw the motorcycle guys and thanking for it. And I said, thanks. And then they went, oh, we didn't do that one. Somebody else did it.
I saw him.
Yeah, he told me so.
Yeah. Okay.
Another motorcycle gang.
No, it's hard. It may have been one of the other property owners. It's quite close to another property of mine, so it may have been one of the other property owners.
So the most of them move second to approve the April 13th Borough Council meeting minutes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion passes. Before you see a motion to approve payment of bills, you see a total of $99,531.92. From the sewer fund, you see $49,588.63. Liquid fuels fund, $3,228.17. Fire tax fund, $4,307.90. Is there any question about the payment of bills from those funds, or can the motion be made to approve the payment of bills as presented?
I'll make the motion to approve the payment of bills as presented.
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded to pay the payment of bills as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes. Approval of treasurer's report. Before you see a fund account totals from the treasurer's report, $715,882.96 in general fund. In reserves, $107,455.19. Total cash available in the fire tax account, $41,291.23. Total cash available in sewer fund account, $142,050.95. And total cash available in liquid fuels account, $270,112.29.
Motion to accept treasury report as presented, file for.
Motion been moved and seconded to accept the consolidated monthly treasury report. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Any public comment? Are you here for any particular reason?
I'm here to listen as a citizen.
Hot damn, appreciate your interest. Consultants report, Borough Mayor, Borough Engineer, sorry.
On May 2, STE attended the hearing board, and all of the variances that were being requested by David Molnar have been approved or granted by the board.
Conditions, yes.
Subject to what?
Conditions.
Okay,
The conditions already has to do stormwater, floodplain.
all the things you'd have to do in subdivision, land development.
But they're not required to go through subdivision line development, but they do have to provide a plan showing that they do meet the zoning and ENS approval if they are disturbing more than 5,000 square feet of disturbance. And they will need to, show that they meet, ornament.
So procedure wise, they have to submit the plans with those additional information. You are to review them, and then they would be able to get building permits, correct?
Yes.
Got it.
There a time frame on
No, they're not. No, actually, I think there is.
As either a year or 18 months, with, zoning, unless they come back to the zoning hearing board. I'd have to look at the ordinance, but in almost every ordinance, there's either a year or 18 months, to at least substantially complete.
Thanks, is that it, Ty? Okay.
They, a plan and they require additional variances, they will be required for that.
Gotcha.
Unless you have any other questions, the other items that are in my report are on the agenda.
Thank you. Solicitor, any report?
Yeah, I've been, working on and have, drafts done of the ordinance to, vacate, Pump Street that I was authorized to prepare at the last meeting. Ty has provided me with the descriptions that I've requested, and we need to, complete those ordinances, so it's already been authorized for advertising. They'll be ready for advertisement, for the June meeting.
Outstanding.
Do we need to have two successive for opening a street? Yes. Yes, so it would be June, and then I believe it's, I'd have to look as if it's two. I'm pretty sure. I think because there's a hearing, it's going to need to be two advertisements, right? But I'll check in the second class township code and general road law to confirm and see what but I will, since even though there's several ordinances, we'll include them in one ad, since it is one street to say across. Okay.
What about the ordinance on the hunting and requiring a permit? And
I'll complete that as well. We can have that one.
Yeah.
ready.
because, there's a time period when they can start applying for it, and we gotta give them ample notice beforehand that they need to do that.
Absolutely, I can have that completed. I had done a draft for
Yeah,
it,
right.
so that can be ready as well. I'm gonna be ready for June too. Yeah. Yeah, and with the ones on vacating the street, we'll need the court reporter, which we'll get. Because it will be a hearing, it's an ordinance and a hearing. And that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
We got from the mayor, had left the police chief's monthly report, so that's in your packet if you want to review. Department staff reports, Borough zoning code enforcement officers report.
And for building permit, in the first quarter, there were 11 residential, 4 commercial, and in the second quarter so far, 7 residential and 4 commercial. Zoning, year to date, there's 4 zoning commercial zoning permits issued and 7 residential zoning permits. Code enforcement, it is grass season, and we're working on catching up with hang tags, and then going beyond hang tags into further enforcement. And then there is a executive session later that's noted, and there is some zoning legal issues to this.
Okay. Anything, Public Works, Roadmaster?
My report's attached in the packet. The big thing is the PennDOT project's basically winding down. The next 2 weeks, there'll be any kind of final adjustments to the road, any sealing, repairs, adjustments, anything that needs to be done before they get final payment for the project. Other than that, that's about it.
Will that not be doing?
It was primarily dead. There's a couple of sprouts that are easy to take care of with vegetation control now.
And Salter, your bearing repair, is that because it's just in a, salty location or
Yeah,
something?
so
Then we go to stainless on there or something?
that's the greases or something, they just get jammed up because it's an outside cover there, so it gets jammed up with salt and everything, so, but that's regular. Going into school.
Any questions?
We get caps for the Zerks to keep the salt on.
I don't know, I get, it's inside, like somehow the grease gets, like it gets into, because the bearing shapes on the outside. So the salt somehow makes its way on the inside and the salt gets, or the grease gets hard, because the bearing where the Zerks for the hinge on the dump, does the same thing. I take those apart and clean them all out too.
I'll get with you then.
Yeah, check it out, it was quite the scene with the dump hinges.
Just a comment on Derek. While they were about finishing up with the St. Lawrence Avenue paving, I got a video and a call from a resident concerned about a swale. That there's a concrete swale right at the very end of St. Lawrence Avenue, just before it goes into Exeter on the north side. And his home is there, and he was concerned about it. I forwarded it to Derek on Saturday or Friday night, Saturday. Sunday, he reported, I guess it was Sunday, to the highway department, and they admitted to what they were doing at the time. Well, I'll let you say.
So essentially, what happens first, they put down a scratch coat down after they mill, and that's how they lay the crown for the center of the street. So what they did when they did the scratch coat was they accidentally put it into the swale there down St. Lawrence Avenue. So the gentleman that lived there thought they were going to pay the swale shut, which means all the water that usually would run down the swale would end up in his yard. So he forwarded the video to Warren sent to me, and I went to the PennDOT inspector and said, are you going to pay this shut? Because there's concern over it. And he said that was actually a mistake, that they weren't supposed to put any blacktop in there. So then they were supposed to cut it right off, right from the swale. So they made sure that that didn't happen, sort of thing was fixed up.
Did they remove the material that was in the swale?
I haven't gone back to look yet, but I know they cut some out down at the bottom because they, again, made a mistake. They cut it off right where they would go into the storm drain there. They actually paid that shut, but they had that marked out for removal. So I know they took that.
Yeah, I didn't actually go look to see if they actually took it out, but we have one very happy resident with a roadmaster's quick response. One other thing I pointed out, and I talked to Derek about that project, is that at the end of Seidel Street, the Reading side, the Reading corner, the road comes down reasonably steep angle. They put the handicap ramp. They moved the handicap ramp up partway. And then there was a drop of about 12 inches to where our storm sewer is, which is only about 3 feet down. So you end up coming around that bend, and if you get close to the curb,
You'll hit that.
and there's already several scrape marks on the pavement. And there is, whether it happened when they were paving or what, there's a chunk of concrete out of the new curb. So, small chunk, but there, and you can see black lines on the, like tire scrape or something on the curb. So that's something you may hear residents complaining about.
You want to send that back into the construction?
Said actually just before this, I said to Warren, I was going to reach out to the PennDOT inspector and say, is there a plan for this, whether they're going to paint it yellow or mill it down to smooth it out? Because I mean, if it is going to be an issue, that should be taken care of before Alan Myers leaves.
Well, they had to move the ramp off the hill.
Yeah, that's, I know, talk about moving that away from the storm base.
Yeah, but I'm sure moving up on the hill, now you got somebody in a wheelchair going on a slope, which is, I'm sure does not meet ADA requirements. I don't know what else they do it.
Which part of the slope are you talking about?
Once they get to the road, going across that road up a ways,
It's called a tip.
and,
Technically infeasible. They do the best they can with the topography they have, and but they had to move it uphill because I think that's a culvert basin underneath there.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a,
Yeah. I saw that.
it's a bad, we talked about.
If you step off that curb, you better be prepared for a high step.
So, I mean, that's certainly a spot that is not a friendly spot. And the other issue with that is cars that are coming from Jacksonville Avenue to make that right-hand turn, they have to swing way over a lot of times
To avoid that.
To make that turn, they have to swing over to the cars coming down into their lane. When I would come down that road, I would always hug the curb. I can't do that anymore with that dip the way it is.
Oh, you can be a disability.
Yeah. And certainly,
It's not a test, you're choosing not to.
The transition on side was actually better.
oh, right, but if you get, try going down,
Are you
close to the curb.
Are you talking about the gutter line that crosses the intersection?
Now, coming down,
Yeah.
if I'm coming down the hill and I stay way to the right,
Yeah.
you can't do that anymore and make that turn.
Because they built out almost like a flat off of the handicap.
Oh, okay.
The
The
tree.
paving wedge.
Yeah.
The paving wedge.
Yeah, the paving wedge and it drops and there's already scrape marks from people scraping backs of cars, tailpipes or whatever on the pavement.
Yeah, they have to match the invert of the handicap ramp, so.
Yeah, I don't know. You and I saw that 2 months ago and wondered how in the world are they gonna do that?
They did it.
You want to throw a cone out there for the time being and work with PennDOT and see,
Like I said, I'll reach out to Joe Taylor, he's a handout.
yeah. Ask him to meet, to see it.
I don't know what they can do
We're
with that.
requesting that he comes and looks at it, let's say that.
I don't know what they can do about it.
But it doesn't make any difference, let's make him look at it.
So that's all I'm gonna report.
Okay. Thank you. Anything from finance?
Taxes collected in the discount period, 92%.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Anything for managers report?
You got it.
All right. Anything for emergency management?
Nothing new.
Library, anything new?
Two things. This coming Saturday, the 13th, is Library Day, which is an opportunity to showcase the new amphitheater. I have they saw the things that are happening between noon and 8:30, culminating with Charlie Adams and his ghost story. So if anybody wants to see the schedule,
Do we have any VIP tickets available?
everything's free.
Yes.
I can sit right in it.
These are your tax dollars at work. And then the second thing is we've begun the process of advertising and screening applicants for the executive director position.
Outstanding. Anything on municipal lands?
Trees.
Yeah. Recreation, we need a motion to appoint Gabriel Smith, Serenity Zualan, and Madison Blair as summer playground leaders at $14.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been moved, seconded to appoint our playground leaders at the prescribed labor rate. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Just a reminder that all children attending the playground program must be registered, and we lay that responsibility on the playground leaders to make sure they don't get everybody signed up. And the registration forms are available on the Borough website. The Planning Commission, they endorsed the opening of Funk Street. So we have a letter from the Planning Commission here talking about that. And there's a waiver of the extension lot plan should it be recommended to Borough Council. There was a discussion with Borough Engineer. It was decided a waiver of the annexation lot plan should be recommended to council. This is for the Limebach Hacienda. Is that right?
Haciendas.
Otherwise known as the Ponderosa. They all know and St. Louis. So Joe, does that have to be some sort of motion by council to waive that
It's a motion.
annexation?
It's a motion to grant the waiver, yes.
Yeah.
I'll move the great, the waiver.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded to grant the waiver for the lot annexation plan. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Yeah, I see. I sort of jumped ahead.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we also need a motion to approve resolution 877-2023 to appoint Robert Gaston to the Planning Commission, fulfilling Barry Kinsey's term ending 04/01/2028.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's right.
Rob is a foreman for Willis Tree Service, general foreman, which is a subcontractor for First Energy, and he lives at 3901 Lynn Avenue.
Make a motion to adopt resolution 877-2023, appointing Robert Aston to the planning commission, filling out Gary Kinsey's term, ending 4/1/2028. Second.
Motion been moved and seconded to approve the new member of the planning commission. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, all opposed, motion passes. Hey, go ahead.
Barry had already contacted us after he got appointed in April, saying maybe he made a mistake in going for a 5-year term. And Susan assured him that at any time he could have resigned, but we wanted to look for an alternate, which is how we have this appointment already. So we will now be looking for an alternate again.
So for council's information, so Borough's required within 30 days of the absent position to appoint someone. So I was going to suggest.
Could it now be another member of council? Because we only have one person on council. Well, are you going for the mayor part? Right?
I was talking about mayor, so.
He's talking about the mayor portion.
So I was going to suggest to council members, if you have like a candidate you like to promote to get into Allison, and if we have more than 2 or 3, we sort of need like I'll use the term vacancy board to sort of interview and have a judgment, but we really need to vote on replacement at our June meeting. So if there are any volunteers to be the interviewees for the mayor, if there's more than 3, we'd have to publicize it as a public meeting. But I'm fine. I'm booked. So
I'm on there.
you too. So in the next
What happens if we don't get any?
by May 25th, we probably need to have candidates. So can you guys sort of get together and decide on a day or even Zoom or something? Warren and Mike.
Can we advertise this?
Now, if you're interviewing candidates for fill an elected position, including mayor, that has to be done in a public meeting.
Oh, okay.
So you would advertise a public meeting, or you can do it right before the council meeting. You can do it at 7 o'clock or advertise for 6:30.
What do you guys want to do? It's up to you.
Well, I'm gonna be away the 22nd to the 25th,
Okay.
so that's most of all that week, which
They
makes
talking about May, right?
May.
Okay, so I'm going the last weekend of June, so that's out. Yeah.
Well,
So should we just we should publicize a public meeting at 7:29 on June 8th. That for interview of any mayor appointees. That'll be the public notice. Anybody interested, please show up. And if you have someone. Right.
Anyone interested?
I'm running for school board. So
Okay.
I'm good with the school board.
They should contact the borough.
Yeah, should contact Borough. They're trying to funnel
There's
this.
5 people, or there's 6 people running, and there's 5 open spots, so I have a pretty good. I don't have pretty good, so.
So that's our game plan to fill the mayor vacancy. If there's no other discussion, we'll just move forward that way. So,
We're gonna post that on the website.
yeah,
I'll post
it's
it on
gonna
the
be
website.
it'll be a public notice.
Ad in the newspaper.
Yeah. And then our final action for the planning commission is they recommended council waive land development and lot annexation.
Yeah, you already did that.
For the land development, lot, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Why is it?
We skipped that anyway.
Yeah, but I went to the last one, I thought.
You did?
You did,
So what's the middle one?
recommendation.
Oh,
That was a report of the recommendation. And then
Gotcha.
there was discussion in the.
yeah, yeah.
Fascinating.
You've missed old business first.
Oh, we'll go back up. No, I was up here, the planning commission.
Okay.
So now it's zoning hearing board. So it's, we've already talked about.
Well,
Right.
zoning hearing board already, yeah.
Yes, in the engineer's report.
Yeah.
So general comments?
Want to put your
Good.
plug in for the school board?
What was that?
Want to put your plug in for the school board?
I'm just here as a citizen, so
But you're a resident of the borough, right?
I am a resident of the borough. I'm only running because there is no residents of the borough on the school board.
There were 2 residents in the borough, right?
Me and my friend JP, who lives down the
Did
street.
he back out?
No, he's still in.
Okay, I don't remember my name. person.
Gotcha, you know.
So under public meetings, we heartily endorse everyone to go vote. And we have public meetings at Borough Hall. Council meeting will be June 8th. We're going to have our public meeting to interview mayor candidates on 7/29 on June 8th. Offices closed on Election Day, May 16th, and Memorial Day, May 29th. Reminder, trash recycling pickup will be on Wednesday, May 31st, and the playground opens on June 12th. Old business. Discussion of possible motion, reestablishment of the Exeter Township Fire Advisory Board. Any new information on that?
Not that I know.
Yeah, but you can make a motion to bring it out of,
We did.
We did that last
did
week.
we?
Last month.
Oh, I see
But I
that.
thought you were gonna do it, that you just want to remove it completely, because we don't have any more say.
We
Don't,
we did.
because anybody who wants to, we untabled it.
Yes.
Now we just want to get rid of it.
Because they were interviewing people
And
who
we
were
have-
saying, well, yeah,
Interest and resume.
so I would assume that if they had to submit there, that they're gonna appoint whoever they appoint.
I haven't kept up on that.
All right. So you want, so
Well,
it's now on old business, and we will now just remove it with no more action on as an item.
Does it have to be in
I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think so. All right.
You said, okay.
right.
Yeah. So under new business, discussion of possible motion to authorize advertisement of ordinance 452-2023, small wireless facility ordinance. Didn't we just talk, isn't Joan gonna do that? Is that correct?
Do you have to authorize the advertising of that one?
Is there a motion?
Motion to authorize the borough manager to advertise.
Well,
ordinance.
I will do Joan because she's gotta do the other ones.
Right, okay. All right, motion authorizes solicitor to advertise ordinance 452/2023, small wireless facilities ordinance.
Second. Motion has been moved and seconded for our solicitor to advertise the ordinance 452-2023. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion passes. Discussion, potential motion, to review and final plan approval of the lot annexation plan for Allison, Lynn Liebach, and Jeffrey Liebach.
This is the one about what your hotel someone.
The Ponderosa splitting up.
No,
All those feuds when they were kids is now coming to an end.
Maybe I'll. What this is their dad bought basically two lots. The house was built right on both lots.
Right.
Then they wanted to subdivide it, came to the zoning hearing board. The zoning hearing board, I was on the zoning hearing board at the time, rejected it as reducing one small lot size and one large lot size because it didn't need zoning. And the rationale was that the ordinance says it has to be a hardship that you didn't create. You can't create your own hardship to get a zoning ordinance. And so it was turned down. So the lots were then redrawn, and it's not a good solution to the problem. We had a house here, the lot came down like this, over, down, back like that to get the equal amount of square footage. The zoning hearing board did not determine what the solution was, but just said, you know, now there's a piece of land here which they can annex. And now we can change the lot so it's more
Compliant with zoning.
reasonable, still meeting the zoning requirements, and it'd be more reasonable of being around their property, getting from the front to the back along that side.
But they didn't create the hardship.
No,
Owner at the time.
the owner did.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
but yeah,
But that's what the zoning hearing board was done, when he owned the house.
Where is this?
it's cut into a hillside.
What is this lot? Who owns the lot that's gonna be annexed into the one
It's
parcel?
here, you wanna pass over there. What it was, my dad,
Don't speak ill will of the dead now.
he was an idiot.
Whoa. Tell if I really do, come on.
I used to tell him that when he was alive, so.
Now you can see why, now you can see why the three kids are winning.
There's 6 kids.
I'm just talking about the three that are the feuding right now in front of us.
Here is how the lot line works. It comes up in front of the house to a planter bed that's right here. Dips around, comes back in, and that's our pool deck is right here. So the lot line is right at the corner of the pool deck, which was pre-existing at the time, and then goes back. And what we asked to do was to cut the angles so that we have a little bit more space. It's not coming right in front, so we can actually drive a tractor around to the back, because this is all rather steep slope and we don't have a whole lot of space to come up and get around.
And what's this down here? Parcel C?
That is the piece that we're vacating as part of all of Pug Street,
Gotcha.
because that was an unknown hand-drawn line that got adopted as something that was real, but nobody could find anything anywhere that there was no reason to have it.
What square footage are we talking?
Oh, it's not, it's,
Parcel C.
it didn't go through any of this on here.
Redraw the angle. You say about redrawing the angle?
Yeah, we're angling it, and we're basically getting the square footage from here. He's gaining 4 square feet, and we're gaining whatever, like 1,300.
Wow.
So is there a need for a final approval, plan approval for this by council?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Put the fence up.
I'll make a motion, we approve the final.
Very exciting.
The lot annexation for Allison Lynn, Warren, Jeffrey.
Second, most of them say that all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passed.
Just let me just need more for the.
well, I have all the other, I just have to, this is the same as all the other ones I have, so we just have to get everybody to find them.
This time, council is gonna, motion to go into executive session to talk about some legal matters.
Make a
And
motion.
I don't expect to have any action item after we come out of the executive session, except to motion the meeting be adjourned.
Motion to go and enter executive session to discuss legal matters.
Good luck on your journey.
Motion to the second, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Good luck.
Your second Thursday?
Second Thursday.
You just watch on YouTube.
Second drive, so.
That's a great reason.
This is your reason to go to the bar.
Bring your neighbors next time, so.
you.